So the entrance of the home is the very first thing you see as you walk through any home. So we're of the belief that it has to pack a punch, and it really sets the tone for the rest of the home. It's about thinking outside the square. Instead of just having a long hallway with some artwork or a console, you can be quite creative and create these little elements within that space. It really draws you down. You've got the home theatre on the right as you walk in. You've got that beautiful piece of artwork on the left, the cellar, and then it brings you into this courtyard on both sides, which draws you through to the kitchen. So it really calls you. It wants to drag you down the rest of the house and to the side.
I think probably the biggest challenge here was the type of flooring we were going to use in the hallway. Our client wanted to use solid timber, and we had to pick something that matched perfectly with our Godfrey carpet, plus the CDK stone at the back. And really, when you look at this entire space, it matches so seamlessly.
These clients, they want everything, and we are giving them everything. It's single story, and they are lucky enough to be on 2 blocks far out. Oh, this is so exciting. This is the first time we've stepped inside this house since the roof has been on. Oh, kids' wing is down there. Oh, look. Theatre room is here. That is looking amazing.
The cellar.
That is where I'd spend most of my time.
Look how wide this hallway is. We've put a piece of plaster up to see how big we need the artwork, and that is going to be just a showstopper as soon as you walk in the house.
All of this natural light coming through. That's going to be the cellar.
Who has a cellar these days? Everyone, apparently.
Okay, so as you can see here, there are 2 different levels here in the slab. That is because we've decided to go with a timber floorboard for the front of the house and a tiled floor for the back of the house. Now, this is the kind of detail that we're talking about. So before we even laid the slab, we've taken into account the screed level, the yellow tongue level, the floorboard height against the tiled height, so that it's all one level.
So we are standing in the cellar/wine tasting room. As you walk down the hallway, you'll see this clear piece of glass, and then we'll have this stone bench where your guests can sit and taste their wine. Back behind us, we'll have cabinetry, we'll have LEDs that light up this room, and obviously a place for you to be able to store your wine, alcohol, and for you to come in and treat your guests to a little bit of a special experience.
We're going to go with a spotted gum door, and we're going to also introduce that into the front of the fence. I think pick that up.
I think the timber at the front will really be a nice backdrop for the black.
And then down there on the right-hand side, we've got the Nero bricks from PGH. And then we've got the render. So it is very urban, but that's what the client has asked for, so that's what they will get. Okay, so we're using the Armour Shield range from Taubman's, and we've gone with the Ashen Mist, and Alisa is totally just pretending she's painting. She's not, she's just making out she's doing work. It's really, really good to use on a rendered wall. It's flexible, which means it doesn't show those little hairline cracks that form in render or brickwork over time. The one thing I think when you drive up to this home is it's not shy. Definitely.
It's the show off of the street.
It says, hello, I'm here, pay me attention. Look at me. So I'm standing in the home theatre room, and this has changed so much since we were here last time. The ceilings have been painted black, which is really creating that moody feel that we were hoping to achieve within this space. We've got the brass detailing that has just been installed, ready for the upholstery to be hung. So we've got the carpet to be installed, curtains to be hung, furniture to go in, and then honestly, it's not too much longer until they can put their feet up and watch their favourite movie. Holy freaking moly. Look at the size of this place, would you? It is huge. Every time I come here and I see progress, it feels like it gets bigger and bigger. As you can see, the bluestone paving has been installed. I think this house deserves no less. It's making an impact the second you walk through that gate with those floating steps, calling you to that beautiful, big, massive pivot door. I think with the sheer size of the exterior, we had to choose a few elements that all tied in with each other. We had to create interest in certain pockets because it is like on a double-sized block. You can't just have the same finish all throughout. It has to create interest and your eye has to jump around. And boy, does your eye jump around, and in all the right ways. I think the mixture of textures is probably my favourite part. You've got the stone, you've got the render, you've got the bricks, you've got the large format concrete steppers as you walk up to the door. She can't forget the charred timber. Oh, I think that's my favourite element. The charred timber is freaking amazing. I mean, gosh, it just looks so good. To add a little bit of freshness to the somewhat dark exterior, we've used Taubman's exterior paint. It's called Ash and Mist, and we've used that on the walls, and we've also used it in the front fence just to tie it all in nicely. So our client, he loves wine. So when he asked for a wine cellar, we said, look, we'll give you a wine cellar. And if we give him what he asked for, check this out. Like, look at all of these curves in all the right places. This beautiful wine, this beautiful cheese platter. Like seriously, you could use this, well, I would use it all year round and all day round if I could. But honestly, I honestly think that they will get a lot of use out of this room. Sit here with friends, taste some wine. Do you like this wine? Yeah, I like this wine. Oh, such a great addition to the home. I love the upholstered panelling with that little brass detail strip down the middle. Yeah. It's, oh my God, it's calling my name. Oh, how much do you put your feet up? Can't watch the movies with the blinds up. Let's put that down. Close.
Home theatre in light. A home theatre needs to be dark, so we've used the Luxaflex room darkening duets, and in front, to create some drama, we've put the Luxaflex shears. Do you know what? We can't take too much credit for this whole pontoon thing. Actually, we can't take any credit. It looks amazing. Mick and the builders have done a great job engineering it and designing it, and that's it. Like, we can't steal his thunder there. We just can't. We worked with Dave Franklin. He's created this oversized giant planter box as soon as you walk in. There are 2 trees that are going up, and that obviously then backs onto the alfresco. And then you walk down, you've got the fire pit. You've got all of these big bluestone steppers going around the perimeter. It's not big, but like if you're a boat looking on the water at that house, it's just as impressive as what the front of the house is. What we've learned from this project really is anything is possible. You can create anything you want to create if you're working with people like Mick, who's an engineer. It's the trades, it's his builders, it's our creativity that we've all been able to work so cohesively together to be able to overcome obstacles, create really detailed elements to each room, and problem solve along the way. I think that's the biggest thing. You always hit roadblocks, but there is always a solution.
Well, we've officially put this project to bed, and now we're gluttons for punishment, I swear. Now we're on to designing our very own homes. Woo-hoo! Make sure you follow us on Instagram at Alisa_Lysandra to stay up to date on our very next Design Joy series. The Design Joy series, proudly brought to you by Luxaflex.